All right, everyone. So I'm chilling with my audience for like 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. We beat Oblivion, and we're just going to see what people want to talk about tonight. It's that simple. All right? Darth Golbach has to go. Have a good night, Darth Golbach. What do you guys want to talk about tonight for a little bit of extra time here? Willow, have a good night. You're not going to be here tomorrow? Why not? How dare you miss Zelda? I'm very upset with you if you're going to miss Zelda. Connor says, I mean, to be fair, Oblivion is a really popular game, but it was a good playthrough. Oblivion is a popular game among certain communities. There's people out there who stream old-ass games all the time, and they're known for it. Me, this was my first legit run of the game. So it was definitely fun. But at the same time, you know, a game that runs 5 months, it's going to lose interest. And I think that's what it was. If I had played a ton of Oblivion within, say, 2 months, probably would have had a lot more interest. But interest is always going to wane when you have a game running for that long. You know what I mean? Evil Dead did a super chat saying, when will This Is How You Don't Play Oblivion happen? Whenever you feel like making it. I don't make those. Go for it. Have fun. Have at you. Brianna thinks my next event should be Zelda themed. Now, my next event will be an Independence Day themed event the first weekend of July this year. So about a month from now, roughly. A little over that. And it'll be food. It'll probably be booze. It'll probably have some, you know, some tier maker stuff. Maybe some reacting stuff, and definitely some gameplay. But we have a whole month to figure out what we want to do. I think there's a lot of determining factors there. Like if Street Fighter 6 ends up being really good, then we'll probably want some Street Fighter 6 in there. Maybe themed sets or something silly rather than a regular Street Fighter themed deal. You know, we'll see. But it's a ways off. There's not much to really talk about yet. Do I ever see myself getting tired of gaming? No. The way that I do gaming, I don't think I can get overall tired of it. As long as I keep it variety and I keep it fun. If I were constantly all day, every day just playing video games and not doing any variety, then yeah, I can see myself get burnt out for sure. But the fact that I like playing a variety of games, the fact that I miss this with everything else, you know, mix it all, you know, makes it very different. Makes it fun. Mr. Whisker says, will Cat make you a steak burger and a hot dog for the 4th? I don't know what we'll do. Likely she'll look up recipes online she's never done before and do some original stuff, just like we did with the Street Fighter event. Why not look up some nice, like, patriotic food that maybe is unique recipes from online or something that she's never done? Try some new things. Jinx, yes, you missed the whole stream. We literally just finished the game. And we're going to do like a 20, 25-minute Q&A just to chill with everyone. But you missed the whole thing, Jinx. Let's see here. Tub says, could you repurpose KFC costume for the 4th of July event? No, I don't think that. I don't know Colonel Sanders would be patriotic. I don't believe he would be. Okay. I might see you Saturday then, Willow. I didn't get Diablo 4 yet. I didn't get anything. So, I didn't get any tiers of Diablo 4. I haven't even started. Haven't even thought about it yet. I received a $3 tip. Wish I had more to spare. Thank you so much for the fun playthrough. You're welcome, whoever that is. It was an anonymous $3 tip. That was kind words, and I appreciate that very much. Don't worry about, you know, saying, oh, I wish I had more. Never say nothing like that. I am appreciative of any kind of positive contribution someone could give is well appreciated and is good enough for me. So thank you for that. You did. Jinx, you missed the ending. It was pretty epic. It honestly was pretty epic. That was an interesting ending. I wasn't expecting it to end like that. BioShock for the 4th of July weekend? I don't know. BioShock, why would that be patriotic? I don't know. We'll have to think about it. Clay JT says, I'm excited for Street Fighter 6 coming up because you need more fun multiplayer night streams. Okay. Lipsine says, Xbox tweeted showing that almost every single game shown on yesterday's Sony showcase will also be on Xbox. Almost none are exclusives. There you go. It's true. No, I did not know that Japan is doing a Konami boycott. Konami tried to copyright the term visual novel. I didn't know anything about this, no. No, I will not be lighting fireworks for the Independence Weekend event. That would be very stupid. I'd burn the house down. What are my thoughts on hitboxes? I hate them. I hate hitboxes. I wish they would abolish all hitboxes. If they had games where everyone just infinitely passed through each other and no one ever made a connection, that'd be perfect. Would I play Spider-Man again before Spider-Man 2? Well, first of all, we don't know when Spider-Man 2 is. I'll be honest with you, probably not. Usually I don't replay a more modern game before the new one comes out. If I'm going to replay a game, there's a good reason. Like, it's been 10 years since I played it, then I'll replay it to refreshen up for a new franchise. So, for example, when GTA 6 is coming out, yes, I would absolutely replay GTA 5 because it's been a decade. But we just played Spider-Man, what, 2-3 years ago? I don't feel like replaying it now. It's too, it's not an old game or anything like that. Amplatory says he's going to try to main Guile in Street Fighter 6. He played the last beta. Pretty good character. A lot of people say they love him. I thought he was okay, but a lot of people seem to think he was the best character in the beta. I don't know. I didn't like him as much. Yes, Jasper gets afraid of fireworks on the 4th of July. He does. He does not like them. Where we leave off in Tears of the Kingdom, well, sadly, everything got screwed up. We went to the depths. We explored the depths for an hour. We got to an underground, like, boss fight against that guy, that Higa guy, Higa clan or whatever. And it was very, very annoying. Because I didn't really know what I was to do in the fight, which is dumb. I guess I should have thought harder. I don't know. So I beat him. It was the second time we ever fought him in the game. We beat him. And then we went back topside and we did a whole bunch of new shrines. I think we were heading south-southeast this time. So we did a whole bunch of shrines. We did a couple towers. And then I went back to the depths to unlock a new area in the depths because I wanted to have a new place to go to down there. And then all that nonsense happened where I had to leave. And I couldn't complete, I could only do 2 hours of Zelda. So we kind of held up, ended early and ended right in the middle of stuff. So tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off. What game is going to replace Oblivion on the night streams? Here's the deal. We have to finish something else this week besides Oblivion. There's no way I can go into Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4 with 3 games. What can I realistically finish? Well, I talked with everyone today. If I really hankered down, I could either beat Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster or I could beat Star Wars. However, I've really enjoyed the Final Fantasy V chill vibes and the way that we've been playing it as late night streams. I feel like if I made that daytime streams, we would lose the chill vibe feel and it would be more of a rushed feeling. Plus, there's cool post or end game content in Final Fantasy V that's very challenging and fun. And I really don't want to rush Final Fantasy V and ruin that vibe and miss that content. On the flip side, I am done with Star Wars. Like Star Wars, every time I play it, there's another problem. Earlier today, so I'm in the middle of an optional dungeon that we discovered. And it's one of those ones it's one of the Jedi temples. When you beat it, you get a good upgrade. I spent 20 minutes on it. 20. We're at the end. I'm trying to solve the final puzzle. The fucking game crashes and teleports me back outside as if I never done the temple when I reloaded. It's like, oh, erase 25 minutes of progress. And I said, fuck this game. Really. Like, I've lost it. I just want to go through the main story and beat it, and that's it. Seriously, I just want to finish the game. There's no point in putting time into this game that is so poorly optimized and runs like shit on the Xbox. I just don't want to waste any more time on it. So I do want to see how it ends. I've spent now 25 plus hours. Actually 27 hours I've played on Star Wars. So I don't want to lose that time and throw it away. Someone actually said I'm roughly 70-75% through the story. That if I just turbo through the story, I could beat it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think what we're going to do is, no exaggeration, Saturday night Star Wars, Sunday's daytime stream Star Wars, Monday night Star Wars, and Tuesday's daytime stream Star Wars, and try to beat fucking Star Wars. No going to side content temples and shit like that. Just get through the story and finish it. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking. I want it done with. That way, as we're heading into the new month, the only playthroughs we'll still have going is Zelda, which we know is going to be going on forever. There's no reason to rush it. And Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, which, yes, it's going to be, a slow going, but I think it'll be better to stretch it out and have it play balanced and chill and enjoy all the content and not rushing through it. Okay? Elden Ring will stay on hold. There's no reason to bring back Elden Ring at this point. We'll bring back Elden Ring when all these new playthroughs have calmed down and we have time to bring it back to the main daytime streams. That's when we'll bring back Elden Ring. So it could be till the summer. We might not see Elden Ring again until like summertime. But that makes a lot more sense in my opinion than rushing back Elden Ring for a stream or two, then putting it on hiatus again, or, trying to rush Final Fantasy. I think we got to get Star Wars done. Okay? So that's my plan. So here's what it'll be. Tomorrow, Zelda and Final Fantasy V. Saturday, the React stream and Star Wars. Sunday, Star Wars and Final Fantasy. Monday, Zelda and Star Wars. Tuesday, the conclusion of Star Wars and Final Fantasy. And that's the streaming week. There you go. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm sure people will leave comments on the video and let me know what they think. Okay? All right. Like I said, no, I'm not dropping Star Wars. I played 27 hours of the game. I'm not dropping it after 27 hours. I want to see the end of it. But we're just going to focus on story progression. I'm not going to be doing open world exploration. I'm not going to be doing side dungeon content. We're just going to focus on advancing the story and finishing the game at this point. That's it. Jinx agrees that's a good idea. Jade, I was reading what you said and you retracted your message. I missed it. I couldn't read it. You retracted it. Yeah, the Gollum reviews are hilarious, Eyes. We talked all about it on today's Level 1 podcast, how bad the game is, so. Yeah, I'm with Street Fighter 6. Here's the thing, okay? Because a lot of people have been saying to me, let me explain myself, because this will actually answer a question for all of you. In the last couple of weeks, or last few weeks, people are basically saying to me, well, how much are you going to play Street Fighter 6? Are you going to be doing special night streams where it's like you and the members or you and your viewers playing in a lobby? Are you going to be doing Friday night fights every week? And if you haven't noticed, I basically haven't answered any of those questions. There's a good reason for it, all right? The reason I'm not promising you guys Street Fighter 6 stuff is very simple. With Street Fighter 5, this is exactly the kind of stuff that I wanted to do. With Street Fighter 5, I was hyped as hell for the game, because remember, Street Fighter 4 had been absolutely outstanding at launch. It rejuvenated competitive fighting games and made them mainstream. So we were all expecting the world from Street Fighter 5 when it came out. And when Street Fighter 5 came out, I was so excited and happy to play it with you guys. And what happened? It ended up being the biggest fizzle shit of a game. It didn't work at launch. The lobbies didn't work. The online play didn't work. Then within a week when they finally got it working, it was laggy as shit. Then everyone realized the game competitively was a piece of junk at first. It took them years and years of patching and rebalancing and redesigning Street Fighter V to even make it a game worth playing. And what's sad about that is there's people in the FGC who don't see that. They're like, oh, by the end it was so good. Doesn't matter. You literally turned off the mainstream gaming community with a shit game for like 3 years. That's what happened to me. So I really don't want to hype everyone up and be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do so much content in Street Fighter 6. I'm going to play with every character. We're going to do blowout streams. We're going to do night streams with the viewers. We're going to do this, that. I don't want to promise you the world, and then we play it and the game's not good. I'm nervous about that. You know what I mean? I don't like over-promising and under-delivering. I hate that shit. So I would much rather be apprehensive, be like, listen, I have a very positive feeling about the game. Everything I've seen, the betas I've played have been good. But let's be more conservative about it. Let's say, hey, let's approach it with a positive attitude. I'm going to try out the single-player mode, which is the story mode. They call it World Tour. We're going to try characters in training mode, take them online for sessions. We're going to approach it like that for like a week or two. We'll play through. We'll see how it goes for a week or two. Is it fun? Are the characters interesting? Are the characters I'm good with that I want to learn and play more? Is the online play good? Or is this game going to be a huge mess? You have to understand something, too. Here's something that a lot of people aren't talking about. There are people who have had this game for 5 months. They hacked the beta in December. And they've literally been sitting on this game for 5 months playing it. So they know everything about 8 characters in the game. What's to say that you don't go to play this game online and literally every time you play one of those 8 characters, who are they? Ryu, Ken, Kimberly, Jamie, Juri, Guile, Luke, and Chun-Li. Who's to say that every single time you don't play one of those 8 characters, you're playing one of these fucking cheating tryhard bitches who literally hacked the game and now they just dominate everything in the game and no one can even have fun anymore. Imagine that. And that could literally be. The game could be a complete fail at launch because Capcom fucked it up by allowing a hacked beta to go out there and not doing anything about it. So, we'll see. My attitude, again, is wait and see. I absolutely, positively want to say I'm going to play the shit out of this game. I want to do all kinds of fun content with you guys in this game. But I don't want to make this fail and get... I learned my lesson for Street Fighter V. I had a lot of eggs in one basket with Street Fighter V. I did. I was hyped. I bought a whole joystick for it. I had events planned for it. Remember how many times we were going to do a stream to play Street Fighter V and it didn't work? Remember the whole launch stream where this failed? The whole stream was me just sitting here right here and the game never connected. Just me sitting here with my audience for 3.5 hours like an asshole with my thumb up my butt. You know what I mean? So I don't want to overpromise. I will do my best to put out content if the game is good, and we'll see what happens, okay? So that's why, because people are saying right now, are you going to do this, you're going to do that? I'm not saying anything I'm doing. Let's play the game for a week or two. Let's see how solid it is, if it works online, if everything's good, if it's a functional game, it's a fun game. Once all those questions are answered, then we plan out these kind of ongoing events that we could do together, okay? Okay. Why don't I go back to Street Fighter 4? Because the game is competitively dead. No one cares about Street Fighter 4. That's what ends up happening with most of these numbered Street Fighters, is people kind of just move on from them. There's a very minor competitive scene, but nothing to be talking about or even caring about, honestly. If I'm going to play an old Street Fighter, I'll play Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 3. The ones that I grew up playing in arcades. There's no reason to go back to Street Fighter 4 at this point. Okay. Green Goblin, have a good night. My nose itches. Ah. Jade, I know you like Final Fantasy V. I'm excited to get back to it tomorrow night. I really am. It's a shame we missed out a whole stream of it the other night. I really wanted to play it. I could go on a tear as Guile on the 4th of July event. Guile is weird in this one. Guile definitely plays way more like Street Fighter V Guile. He doesn't play like old school Guile, really. They've got real fast flash, really fast charge sonic booms. You're looking like you have to do like fast, like lockdowns in the corner with the sonic boom. And I'm not used to doing that at all. Like in Street Fighter 2, you don't play him like that. He's a more basic zoning character. And in this one, he's way more complex. It would take me a while to learn him, I think, to play him at any competitive level. But we'll see. Alan PG2000 says, I started watching you when you were originally playing Street Fighter 4 Vanilla Edition, and you played a lot of matches. It was entertaining. Exactly. I loved it. Those were like, that was the heyday of YouTube, because you didn't have to have tons of skill. All you had to do was have passion, and you could play a game, and I did. I would play every character. I would do Blanca Madness, Dan Madness, right? You know, every character Madness series. I wasn't great at the game, but it was super fun. Just mess around online and talk shit to people, of course, and try to be entertaining to an audience. And I got insane amounts of popularity on YouTube because of that. You know, things have changed. Now it's like, unless you're a try-hard, over-the-top, I'm absolutely going to win in every situation, people won't even watch your shit anymore. It's like, oh, you're not a competitive player, I don't care. That's so stupid. That's not even how it, back in the day, the reason Street Fighter 4 became popular was because of the fun aspect, not because of the try-hard competitive aspect. Now everything's changed, because now everything's gone esports, teams, and payouts, and sponsorships, and everyone's looking to get clout online so they can fucking get a stream that people will watch and make money on it. And it's like, what the hell is that? That's not the mentality of what fighting games used to be. Used to be for the love of the competition of the game, not about this fucking trying to get popular online to play the game. So, why do you think people just literally cheated for 5 months to get a fucking beta hacked so they could play it and get a head up? Because they see dollar signs in their fucking eyes. These people are scum. It's sad. Fighting games have changed a lot in the last 10, 15 years. They really have. Not what I grew up with, that's for sure. But I'm down for playing Street Fighter 6 the way I used to, right? Again, having fun, trying sets with each character, trying to find characters I like more and maybe putting them back to a regular rotation of playing. You know, that's what I was all about, you know? No, Joe Millionaire, I hate to tell you something. If you're someone who hacked a beta, breaking the terms of service to get an unfair edge for 5 months of cheating, you're scum. You're absolutely a piece of scum. You should be permanently banned from the competitive community. But sadly, Capcom are a bunch of pussies. They waited 5 months to even say a word and said, oh, well, now we can't allow it anymore. At the end of the time when they'd already cheated for 5 months, then they said something. They're so wimpy about it. I mean, it's the worst mentality you could have. They should have put their foot down immediately when that shit got hacked and said, if we catch you getting it, you're banned from online, you're banned from tournaments, you're banned from the community, go fuck yourself. You're not allowed to fucking hack our shit. But they didn't. Stupid. Okay. No, the hacked players got access to the beta for 5 months they weren't supposed to have. The way that it worked is they released a beta in October for 3 days, a beta in December for 3 days, and they just had an open beta for 3 days. So the most you were supposed to ever be able to play the game was 9 days. The hackers hacked it in December and had unlimited access to it for 5 months. So imagine someone had 5 months of experience, you had 9 days. How the fuck do you compete? You don't. They're going to beat your ass in a competitive setting. How is that fun? It's not. Jinx, I did. I did. There was one final really, really over the top Oblivion gate. We got that done. And the finale of Oblivion was actually pretty good. I actually liked that ending. So, yes, I did enjoy it. What characters am I most interested in playing in Street Fighter 6? The new characters. So, Manon or Manon. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. Marissa, Lily, and JP. Those four. And I want to see how my older characters from older games play in this one. So like DJ, Honda, Zangief, Blanca, like those are the characters right there that I just outlined are the ones I'm most interested in. I know there'll be other characters, but those are the ones, those 8 are probably the ones I'm the most interested in the entire game. All right. Then after that, I'll probably try other characters. But we'll see. We'll see if any of them stick. Usually when there's a new game like this with a cast, usually there's 1 or 2 new characters I like, and then there's some classic ones I end up liking. Because I am nervous again, because again, keep in mind, the Street Fighter V is going to have a big influence on this game. In Street Fighter V, they took characters, classic characters, and changed them completely. They took Vega and made him a charge character and made him a motion character instead. It completely changed Vega to the point where he's not Vega anymore. If he's a completely different style of play, that's not the same character. It may look the same, but it's not the same character. And I didn't like that at all. Quite frankly, the opposite. I actually thought that it was pretty much ridiculous that they would say, oh, basically what it is, they lost the spirit of the game. People who want to play with Vega. Get it? The Vega gameplay that you've known from the previous games. If you're going to change him, then don't put him in the game. Put someone else in the game and put a new character in that plays different. Why do you have to name him Vega, make him look like Vega, but he plays different? So I'm nervous that we're going to get in here with characters like Honda and Zangief, and all of a sudden they're not going to play like their old counterparts at all. Then why call them that, right? At least if they have a semblance of the old gameplay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with changes. I'm not okay with completely changing the character to something they didn't used to be. So, you know, Dalsim being a keep-away ranged character with fireballs and every once in a while teleporting in for a rushdown mix-up, I like that. If you made fucking Dalsim a rushdown grappler, I'd have issue with that. Because he's not supposed to be a rushdown grappler. You see what I'm saying? Or if they turned Dalsim into a charge character, that would also piss me off. So there you go. No, Alan PG, I dropped Street Fighter V after about a year. I played it at launch for about 2-3 months. I dropped it because I hated it. People convinced me to go back again for a Season 1 pass. I played through like Sagat and all of that. I hated that. And I think I went back to it one more time like a year later. And that was it. I never went back because the game always disappointed me. It always felt like shit. It didn't feel anywhere near as good as any of the other previous Street Fighter games. And to this day, people say, well, it wasn't until like the last 1 to 2 years that they fixed it. It's like, well, then why did you even play it for that fucking long? You should have given up on that game ages ago, and we would have had a better game more quickly. But people just they fall for that formula. Oh, we must support the bad game because then the community will die if we don't. No, what'll happen is the company will actually fucking put effort into making a good game instead of milking you for nickel and dime, DLCs every year, which they did. It was like what 5 fucking season passes or something crazy like that for a shit game. I mean, that was terrible. Okay. Lavinia, you have no idea what you're talking about. Please just stop now. You're being very stupid with the things you're saying. I mean, insanely dumb. Not even close to being correct or even on pace with what we're talking about here. No, I'm not going to go to Street Fighter tournaments. I don't care about that. What I care about is putting out entertaining content for you and having fun with the game myself. I don't see myself ever getting back into the competitive scene. It's gotten too serious. It's gotten too commercial. To get to the competitive scene, I would literally have to stop playing all the other games that I play. Literally, I'd have to stop playing everything and just invest all my time and effort into Street Fighter and just constantly be playing it and traveling to play it and going, you know what I mean? It's just not worth it. I have a family. I don't want to fucking be traveling to play Street Fighter like I was back in my 20s. It's stupid. All right. Have a good night. Only Iced Coffee. See you tomorrow for Final Fantasy. Sounds good. Overpower Boone, I hear you. The problem is, I wish there were more like that. He says, I wish you would play more shorter games, like 10, 15-hour games, because all the games you've been playing recently are so long, they take forever. You're right, but that's all that's coming out. That's the problem. If you take a look at all the games that have come out in the last couple of months, they're all just insanely, stupidly long games that they never end. So then you end up getting people who completely lose interest because every game's like 40, 50 hours, and I hear you. But that's all that's been releasing. I can only play what's released, you see? Then if I skip a game because I say it doesn't sound like it's going to fit into our schedule, oh, well, now I'm skipping too many games. So it's like if I play them, I get yelled at they're too long. If I don't play them, I get yelled at, you know, why'd you skip so many? Right? I can't really win. Yeah, Jade, you try to play it for sure. First week he's going to try to play the game for himself with Jerry. Go for it, man. You go for it, and you come on back whenever you're ready to chill and watch me play, or maybe play in a night stream or whatever. That's all good, man. I don't know anything about a game called Pizza Tower, no. Would I want a Force Unleashed type of game? Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like Jedi Survivor or Jedi Outcast are games that are kind of the evolution of their idea of what they did with Force Unleashed, right? It kind of feels like that to me. But sadly, if they run like shit, so they're not good games. You know, well, this latest one in particular is really bad. The first one wasn't that bad. This one's terrible. I know nothing about Pizza Tower. Nope. Don't know what that is. Likely, yes, I will play the new Silent Hill game. I don't see why I wouldn't. I love Silent Hill games. I'd love to play a new one. Okay. All right, guys, last chance. Anyone who wants to ask me a question, you know, last chance for a contribution or a shout out, and I'm going to get out of here for the night. Speak of the devil, I got a $3 tip as I said that. From Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. What are you doing up? It's 9:30 on the West Coast. I'm going to bed. Good night. Yes, we went a little extra here because I beat Oblivion. We didn't have much else to do, so I said I would chill for like a little bit of extra time, which I have. I've enjoyed this. Thank you to those who chilled extra with me. I appreciate that. Okay. Do I think I'll ever revisit Simpsons Hit and Run? Probably not, unless they remake it as a modern game. Am I going to play Catherine Remastered? No, I didn't like that game, the gameplay. I don't like the elements of it, so I'm never replaying it. What's the spookiest game I ever played? Of recent memory, I'd say Visage. That one was really creepy in parts. Scared me, for sure. Yes, most of the people who've been cheating were on the PC beta. That's how you hacked it. However, at least in the beta that I played, the two betas I played, there was no way to turn off crossplay between Xbox and PC. So unless they enable that in the final retail version of Street Fighter 6, that means there's no way to avoid it. Excuse me. Okay, guys. Thank you for a great stream tonight. I appreciate you chilling with me for Q&A, and thanks to those who supported and engaged. See you soon. Goodbye.